70, ma'am.
You asked the question, Tim.
Mm-hmm.
You asked, will tropical Trump, and I don't really like the term anyway, win St. Lucia's general election? I'd say the UWP can win the next election. However, the UWP under its current leader, excuse me, Alan Chastanet, will not win the next election.
Why?
The harm, and yeah, I'll go there. The harm has been done. Alan's last stint in office was not a positive one for the nation. I don't think he's anything like Trump. Trump enacted policy that was good for the United States. Alan did not enact policy that was good for the country.
But caller, before you continue,
This,
now hold on, caller. Before you continue, Dr. Kenny Anthony lost the general election of 2006. He lost the 2006 general election, right? He was not good for St. Lucia then when he lost. He was not good for St. Lucia. He was hated, described as an arrogant individual, but he won in 2011. Didn't he?
yeah,
He came back and he won in
but
2011.
we're saying Kenny. You're saying Kenny Anthony. Talk to me about Kenny Anthony's policies that might have caused him to lose. I'm not talking about Kenny Anthony. We're not gonna gaslight. We're gonna stick to the issue.
Yeah, we're
Will
sticking to the issues
Alan-
because
will the UW
hold on, caller. I don't think in St. Lucia, and you ought to know better. In St. Lucia, it is not about policies. People don't really elect governments and political leaders and parties based on policies. It is based on emotions. It's based on how it is on perception as well. How you paint somebody as your political opponent, that will determine the outcome of the elections in St. Lucia. So if you describe Alan Chastanet and Guy Joseph as being corrupt without any kind of evidence, then you win if you're successful in doing that.
Does that mean now we allow?
So therefore, the people might decide.
Interrupting me. I'm not interrupting you. when you
Therefore,
speak to
therefore,
me.
the people
Let
might
me-
decide to choose the less of the two evils.
Well, that's the point, though. I'm telling the people, I'm asking the people to not choose the lesser of the two evils, but demand that there be a change. You say they do emotion, they do not do policy. They need to look at what it is that's being offered. I'm telling you, the way Alan did it, if he remains leader of the United Workers' Party, and I'm calling all good men and women of the United Workers' Party who has supported the party over generations, to demand of the executive a meeting for all members, defectors and all members, to come together and to decide what it is they want to do to move the party forward. Because we cannot have a one-party state.
Now, in the
And
interest,
right now, we have a one-party state.
in the interest of democracy, in the interest of good governance in St. Lucia, shouldn't you ask the operatives of the St. Lucia Labour Party to do the same thing regarding Philip J. Pierre? Why are you so interested in
No.
what happens to the leadership of the UWP and not the SLP?
I am not a member of the St. Lucia Labour Party. I am a member of the United Workers' Party. My concern
But
is
you're a
the
citizen of
United
St. Lucia,
Workers'
caller.
Party.
But you're a citizen
Yeah,
of
but-
St. Lucia.
Yeah, and I will support government as a citizen of St. Lucia. You cannot even make that comparison. You can't. All you have is the policies. All you have is what has been said. All you have is the contradiction over and over and over and over again. And I, for one, cannot support that. And I won't support that. And a lot of other United Workers' Party people will not support that. Do we want the party to win? Of course. No party member wants to be in opposition. That's a fact. But we understand that the people on the ground are saying they do not want him as Prime Minister of the country, which means the United Workers' Party has to find a leader that they can stand behind, and they can't stand behind Alan. Timothy, let me tell you.
Let me ask you one final point. Hold on. Are you speaking primarily from the perspective of supporters of the United Workers' Party when you say that he cannot win?
I'm talking about the entire nation.
No, but which poll did you conduct to prove that? Because you're talking about people who are hold on. You're talking about people who are independents in St. Lucia. Independents. You're talking about people who might be supporters of the St. Lucia Labour Party at one time, but now they might have a change of heart considering the performance of the government over the last 3.5 years. Are you speaking primarily of supporters of the UWP? Because I don't think what you're saying there is backed in any kind of scientific research. It's basically a gut feeling.
Have the people of his class changed their minds and have now decided they're going to support him? He's the one who said the people of his class did not support him. Well, the people of his class were primarily the voters of the United Workers' Party that made things happen. They're the deep pockets that gave the money to the party.
I don't have the empirical evidence.
Well, you don't need empirical evidence. You live in St. Lucia. You're a journalist. You, of all people, should know, and you do know, and you will pretend not to.
I don't know. Don't claim to know what I know, Gordon.
One thing out. Anyway, I'm not arguing with you. I'm here to make a point. Let me point something out to you. In the last 4 years, since 3.5 years since election, how many people have decided to follow Alan? Every time Alan has a march, it's the same number. His numbers have not improved at all. And if your numbers are not improving, that ought to tell you something. The numbers have not been, they have not improved. The last meeting on the boulevard with the same number of people. Take the screenshots, you can literally count them head by head. It's the same number. There has been no increase in the numbers that follow him.
Okay.
So basically you're telling me you want the United Workers' Party to lose the next general election. It's not going to happen. Alan's policies are detrimental. Alan's ability to strategize is detrimental. What Alan says you can never count on because it changes depending on which way the wind blows. He'll say A today, he'll say B tomorrow, he'll come back on the same issue, he'll say A the next day, then he'll say he never said A, he said D. Come on now, where we going with this?
Okay, caller, thank you so much. We have to move on. We're due for a commercial break.